Hey yogis, I'm Taryn with the Remote Yogi and the Remote Yogi Tribe, teaching you today about some different pranayama practices. So pranayama is any kind of breath work that we would do in a yoga practice or any time throughout the day that we just want to kind of get settled in. So all the breath work I'm going to be teaching today is really great for focusing, for calming the nerves, for helping reduce stress. So these are great ones that can be practiced at work to kind of calm everything down. They can be practiced stuck in traffic to get you less stressed out, or they can be practiced in yoga. So I've got 4 different breaths for you today. Typically in a yoga practice, we practice Ujjayi's breath, which is a deep breathing in and out through the nostrils that's very loud and audible, kind of sounds like Darth Vader. That's kind of the most common one, so I'm going to skip that one today and introduce you to 4 of my other favorites that all kind of have different benefits and different reasons why I love them. So I'll start with number 1 because this is the easiest one to do, and I think it's the one that you can get away with the most without being really obvious that you're practicing breath work. So I do this one a lot when I'm working in a space with other people and I don't want to look like a goofball. So square breathing is one of my favorites because it is perfect pranayama to be practicing when you're surrounded by others. So if you're at work, if you're sitting in a park, or there's people around, you don't want to be super obvious, this is a good one because no one really needs to know that you're doing it. The square breathing is one of those techniques that is used both in yoga, but it's also taught in a lot of other institutions. The military, a lot of counselors use it for helping to treat their patients because it's really awesome for focus. That's kind of the biggest part of this one. It's great for relieving stress, for helping with anxiety, but 100% clarity, focus, it's going to slow down the mind and be like, okay, let's do this. So square breathing, we keep the same pattern of breath as we inhale, and then we hold, and then we exhale, and then we hold. So that's what's called square breathing because you make the same pattern. So typically I like to count my breath from anywhere from 3 counts to maybe 10 counts, really just depending on my day, my mood. So let's try this one out together. Let's inhale in for 4 counts. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. So you can do that for as long as you like, for whatever count that you would like. If you want your breath to be longer, shorter, just making sure that you keep the consistent pattern and that you're counting. That's going to make sure that you're slowing down, you're bringing in focus and awareness of the breath. That's number 1. That's one of my favorites. The other one, super good for focus, and it's one of the best when I'm having some kind of anxious day, or if I'm having kind of an anxiety episode, I use this one to really calm everything down. It's called alternate nostril breathing. It's also really great for kind of helping connect the left and right brain if you're feeling a little bit scattered. Really easy. I use my right hand and I bring my right thumb to the right side of my nose and my 2 smaller fingers over to the left side of my nose, with the index and the middle finger pressing into my third eye. So the third eye is the space that's right between the eyebrows right here. So we bring these here, and on the inhale, I'm going to close the left side of my nose, inhale into the right side. At the top of the breath, I'm going to hold here, maybe closing both nostrils, and then I'll exhale out through the left side, so releasing those left fingers. Inhale back through the left side. Hold at the top. Exhale out to the right. Inhale, right side. Hold. Exhale, left side. Inhale in. Hold. Exhale through the right. So again, you can keep going. You can keep repeating that for as long as you want. The breath count is up to you. We're just making sure that we're bringing it in one side, always holding at the top, out the other side, and then back up. So we're kind of alternate nostril breathing. So I like, it like makes this little triangle shape in my brain, but that's a really good one for focusing in. I would not suggest that one if you're dealing with any kind of sinus issue, because that can get a little messy, but it's a really fun practice and less obvious. The next two get a little bit more woo-woo and weird, but keep an open mind, they do some great things. So I'll be teaching Breath of Fire next, which is the sensation where we pump our solar plexus in our belly to bring the air in and out of the body. So rather than using the lungs, using the diaphragm to move the air in and out, we're using this kind of pumping sensation to press the air out, and then it naturally fills back up. So we're like doing this like pressing. So I'm gonna walk you through it really slowly, and I'll turn to the side so you can kind of see my belly expand. So on the inhale, belly's expanding like this, right? We take a big breath in at the very beginning, and then we so when I pull my solar plexus in, when I pull my belly in, I press the air up. So you can do this really slow. You can do it way faster. Usually in the beginning, it's better to start slow and learn the pattern. And you can get faster. So that's one of those weird ones. There's some really cool benefits to this one. So of course, it's going to help you focus. It's going to slow everything down, but it's also kind of helping to cleanse the body. It's really great for detoxing. If you're trying to get the metabolism moving and that sort of thing, this is really good, that pumping sensation. It's also learning to strengthen the solar plexus, to strengthen, to be able to move the breath into the belly. And it's good for heating up your practice. So if you want to practice yoga and it's really cold, it's in the middle of winter, and your body's kind of stiff from it, using this breath that's called Breath of Fire helps build some heat. Like you instantly feel a lot warmer. I'm warmer right now, so get some extra energy moving. If you don't have time to like really warm up for something, that might be a good option. So love that one. This last one, keep an open mind. It's a really weird one, but it's a good reminder to stop taking ourselves and our yoga practice so seriously. It's called Lion's Breath, and it's my favorite one to do when I am teaching a silly yoga class or, trying to get my students out of their heads and into their bodies and stop being so worked up. So this is one that can be done seated, but I like to do it the traditional way taught by Iyengar, which is up on the knees. So we come up onto the knees and sit back onto the heels. Now, Iyengar taught us that, and Iyengar is a famous yoga teacher. Gotta go on that. Anyway, so he taught us that we can cross the ankles to sit back into this one. I actually don't find that very comfortable, so I don't, but whatever works for you. But we keep the knees nice and wide here as we sink in. Hands are on the thighs. And I'll walk you through this breath and then I'll demonstrate. So we start off with our hands up at the tops of the thighs, shoulders are back, we've got the chest nice and open. And as we exhale, we move the hands down our legs, really open that chest even wider as we arch into the back, press the tailbone back behind us. We lift our heads up towards the ceiling, stick out our tongues. Oh yeah, stick out our tongues all the way as far as we can, looking up at this third eye. So right in between the eyebrows, so we go a little cross-eyed, looking up, and we let out a roar with our exhales. This loud like noise, right? So it comes from the throat, and it's really awesome for helping to release like crud we've got up there. Honestly, if you've had a lot of sinus problems lately, if you've been feeling weird in the throat, I really like this one. If you believe anything in chakras, it's great for helping to clear up that throat chakra and kind of open some space. So it's really goofy. I'll demonstrate a few times. Know it's going to be weird and have fun with it. Hands at the top of the legs here. Let's get that chest open. Inhale deep. Yeah, it's weird. Let's do it again. Last one. So I hope that didn't freak you out too much and it wasn't too woo-woo and that you might try it out. I want to point out some other options here for hands. So this is a common one to kind of slide forward. Another one people like to do is bring the fingertips back behind and kind of use this as an extra way to arch here as we bring the chest between the arms, and we can kind of like reach into it that way as well. So hopefully that didn't scare you off and you're still interested in practicing some pranayama, and you can take it in baby steps. Maybe start with square breathing, something a little more normal, and make your way towards some lion's breath. If you've got any questions, please feel free to comment below. Would love to chat with you, or reach out by email, social media, all the fun stuff. Would love to hear which breath you enjoy the most and what you thought of today's video. Thank you so much. Make sure you are following the blog or subscribing to my channel to get more awesome yoga and fitness and health and travel and all the fun things that I chat about. So see you soon. Bye.